Hello, band family. For those of you who might not know me, my name is Ms. Danowski, and I'm the band director at Montezuma Cortez High School. I'm coming at you today to talk a little bit about where the band is as far as fundraising for next year. As you guys can imagine, the COVID crisis has done a lot to cripple our typical fundraising efforts. So I wanted to take a moment to talk to you today about some things that we're going to try to do to help mitigate some of these damages. So the MCHS Band Boosters is a parent organization of parents, community members, and some students who basically work to support the band in whatever way is necessary. In a typical year, this means, of course, providing volunteers, providing supplies, but most importantly, fundraising. The Band Boosters raise approximately $20,000 a year to help support the band. This money helps support our travel, our fuel expenses, food for the kids, any supplies, clinicians. Sometimes it helps buy music, sometimes it helps buy uniform parts, gear for our color guard, scholarships for kids who maybe can't afford the normal band expenses. Basically, the boosters do everything to ensure that we're able to give kids the positive musical making experiences that we try so hard to do in the Cortez Band program. Unfortunately, as I said, with the COVID crisis, it's been very, very tricky for us to raise funds as usual. So I'm going to share my screen with you right now and give you a little bit of an idea of where we're at. So I just made an informal little chart about approximately where our band booster money comes from every year. About 25% of our income, as you can see, is represented in this green portion right here. And that is through our spring fundraiser. Some years this looks like a raffle. Last year it was the silent auction fundraiser that we did at the spring Music in Our Schools concert, or excuse me, all district band night. But about 25% of that comes from our spring fundraising efforts. Another 10% comes from helping out with the summer rodeo that we do in the early spring, so in early June. As you guys can guess, both of these are not happening, have not happened, and are likely not to happen right now, which creates about a 35% cut in our funds. Our late summer sponsorship campaign raises just over half of our funds for the year. This is where we approach local businesses, ask if they want to sponsor a trailer ad or anything else for our program. As you can imagine, being in a small community that's been hit very, very hard by this, we're understanding that our sponsorship campaign is probably not going to raise as much as usual. So we're definitely keeping that in mind as well. The final approximately 10% of our funds are raised by other things. So for example, the City Market program, Amazon Smile, the Southwest Colorado Concert Series that lets us sell snacks at intermissions, any bake sales that we do, any miscellaneous donations that we get, that constitutes about 10% of our fundraising. So at this time, we're already looking at operating next year at about a 35% loss, which is definitely going to impose some limitations on the experiences that we're able to provide for our students. Depending on how long this thing goes on, it could be worse. So what we're hoping to do right now to mitigate some of these damages is we're launching kind of a non-traditional fundraiser campaign. This is something we haven't done before. If I'm being honest, we were planning on starting it this spring to raise money for equipment, but then when the COVID crisis hit, we've kind of pivoted and we're instead going to try to use the system just to raise the basic funds that we use every year to survive. So what this platform is it is an online fundraising platform called Fans Raise, and I can pull it up. It's going to look something like this. So basically what this is it's a crowdfunding campaign, meaning that we approach potential donors virtually. We never are going to go up to someone in person, which is great for social distancing. And basically we accept donations of any amount that can be done online. I know that this is a big thing to ask for money right now, and so many people are struggling. But right now we're projected to have 60 members in next year's band. And if each band member can contact 10 people, each of their 10 people donate an average of $10, that's pretty good money, my friends. So if you're considering donating, please remember that every single dollar makes a difference, no matter how large or small the donation amount. So what this looks like is, as I mentioned, donating virtually using this campaign page. If you are a parent, a family member, or a community member who wants to support the band, the best thing that you can do to support us in this fundraiser is to share this link in this page on your social media, share it with friends, share it with family, share it to your coworkers. The fundraiser is going to run from May 1st to June 30th. So it'll be a 2-month campaign, and we are hoping to raise $7,000 to support the MCHS band boosters. So if you're a parent or community member or other adult, this is the best way to support us. If you're a student, your interactions are going to look a little bit different. So band students, we're kind of having a big ask for you guys to help us do this. And without you guys' help and support, it's unlikely that this is going to go very far. Luckily, it's not too terribly difficult for you guys to help contribute to this. You guys should have in your email, starting on Monday, a notification from fansraised.com. It's going to ask you to create and activate your account. What you'll do is you will click the link, you will create a password, and you will log in using your username. What I'm asking you to do then is I need you guys to come up with a list of 10 people who you think would be interested in supporting and donating to our fundraiser. The 10 people on your list, they need to be grown-ups, they need to be grown-ups with an income, and they need to be people who could be in a position to help us hit this goal. So these aren't your friends, think your family, think your aunts, think your uncles, neighbors, coworkers of your parents, coaches, teachers, family, friends. Think outside the box a little bit. Remember, the great thing is that these people don't have to live in Cortez. I know that Cortez is getting a lot of asks right now. You can ask anyone, anywhere in the country or even the world, and they're able to help us without ever leaving your house, which is a great thing as well. What you're going to need once you build your list of 10 people is you are going to need their first name, their last name, and their accurate email address. This is the most important part. This is the way that this system is going to reach out to these people to seek donations. So if you don't know someone's email, feel free to call up and ask them or send them a text message or something. But these list of 10 names and emails is very, very important to making this work. Once you have received your email invite, you're going to click through, choose your own password, and then you're going to set up your donor list by entering in your list of 10 contacts. Once you have done this and uploaded this successfully, it's going to be so much better if you reach out to each of your 10 people and just let them know that they're going to be watching their email boxes for an invite to a special online event for the band. If they know that this is coming, they're much more likely to respond warmly than just a cold email out of the blue. So you guys putting that personal touch on this ask makes it so much more likely to be successful. Please consider when you're coming up with your list, like we said, people who are able to contribute. We know right now that a lot of families are out of income or out of work because of this COVID virus. If you have your Uncle Bill and your Aunt Sally, who would usually be great supporters, but you know that they haven't worked in a month, probably hold off on contacting those guys for now at least. We want to be respectful, but we also have to ask because we do need the help. So think very, very carefully about who you want to ask. Go through the steps that we've outlined. I'll put a couple links in our Google Classroom work for this week as well. And we'll see if we can get this thing rolling. Okay, so hopefully this covers just about everything with our emergency band booster fundraiser. Thank you guys for seeing this through to the end. Thank you in advance for your help and support. We really, really appreciate it. So we continue to try to give these positive musical experiences to our students in the MCHS band. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to contact me. I'll put a link to the band website and the contact form in the comments, or excuse me, the description of this page or this video as well. In the meantime, best of luck, everyone out there. Take care and stay safe.